Whether you're scrolling through social media on your phone or you're binge watching on your couch, you probably don't think you're affecting the environment. But all that data we use comes at a cost to our climate. This is an angle we don't often think about. Jane Kearns is the Vice President of Growth Services at Toronto's Mars Discovery District. She's here with us in studio to explain. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Emery.
Okay, people are now curious about this connection. The data that fuels all the wireless devices we use, and really everything most people do now is wireless, from printers to phones to TVs. Where does it all come from?
So we don't think a lot about all of that data that we're using, but it comes from everything from companies that are now making data-driven decisions, the Internet of Things, where we put sensors on all kinds of equipment that used to be dumb, that's now smart and is giving us all kinds of information. And of course, those little mini computers that we all carry around in our pockets, they're all generating data every time we use our GPS or upload a story to Instagram, talk to our friends via video chat. That all creates data, and it comes to us via the cloud. So we think of the cloud as this big ephemeral thing that's,
it's
just
marketed that way, right? Yeah.
But it's not. It's physical infrastructure. It's big data centers that are many, many football fields in size, and it's rows and rows and rows and rows of servers. And those servers all consume a lot of electricity and generate a lot of heat. And so that is where our energy is going.
It is so interesting to sort of reframe our brains to think about, okay, we're going to ban plastic straws, for example, but nobody thinks anything about sending photos up to the cloud or keeping all those apps open on our phone. It is so interesting to know how much energy that takes.
So right now, let me just put this in context. Right now, we stream about 1 billion hours of Netflix a week.
Billion a week.
And that actually is a 2017 number, so it's probably significantly more than that.
Sure.
That's about 15% of all internet traffic, which is a crazy number. So that right now is about 2 to 3% of our total electricity consumption, but it's going up in the next few years to 8%. So that is a significant amount of our electricity production.
And that's what's driving the most data.
Absolutely.
So what can we do then? I can't anticipate anybody pulling back on their data usage. Is there anything that we can do to lessen the environmental impact?
So there are a few things that we need to think about. We can each do some things ourselves. So for example, all of the things that we store in the cloud consume a lot of energy. Just storing them consumes energy. So if you're not using your photos, your email, documents that are stored in the cloud, delete them. Like when we turn off the lights when we leave a room, don't leave Netflix streaming. We can all do things like that. But there are some things that we need to do on the bigger picture from a technology perspective, and we need to encourage our data center providers, Google, Amazon, et cetera, to be doing that. And that is implementing new technologies. There's a company out of Ottawa called Renovis. They have a new quantum dot multi-wavelength laser.
What does that mean?
It is physics that is beyond my capacity, but all the data moves through data centers on lasers, and this new laser carries much more data. So you can replace the lasers in the data center, carry much more data at about 80% less energy and a quarter the cost. And so that makes a huge impact. Or a company called Smarter Alloys, which is based in Waterloo, and they can capture all the waste heat from those servers. You know how you sit with your laptop on your lap and it gets hot? So all of that you can recapture from these servers, which are basically just hard drives. And Smarter Alloys is able to use that low-grade waste heat to generate electricity that can then be fed back into the electricity system for those data centers. It's an amazing technology.
This is a fascinating look at ways we affect our environment that we might not even be thinking about, we really aren't thinking about, and some Canadian solutions. Thanks for coming on this morning.
Thanks so much for having me. It's great to be here.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.